Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Kitty. This is my first video ever, so it might be a little awkward, but we're just gonna move on with it. I love all things finance. I like talking about it. I love hearing other people talk about it just to get their take on it, and I love reading about it. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to explain to you guys how I was able to beat the S&P 500 by quite a bit last year. It's kind of crazy, the stock market took a huge dip back in March. Actually I think it was the largest dip ever. So it's pretty cool that I was able to, beat it without having really any experience. Just did a little research, listened to people on the internet. But I mean, it worked out for me, so I'm just gonna get right into it. Alright, so just a disclaimer, this is not me bragging in any way. This is just me showing you what I did. This is also not financial advice, so just take it with a grain of salt. If you think it made sense to you, you can follow it, or if you're like, girl, you are dumb, then okay, that's fine too. So I started funding this account back in August of 2019. The company that I work for matches 100% of the first 3% that you contribute, and then 50% of the next 2% that you contribute. So it's basically like free money. I only contribute 5% of my salary. So pretty much without even trying, I'm getting almost 100% return on my investment. So that's why I'm like, yeah, just go ahead and take my 5% and I'll just do whatever else I want to do with like managing the rest of my money. Okay, so for this account, I followed the recommendation Dave Ramsey gave to TSP account holders. If you're not familiar with Dave Ramsey, you can just Google him. If you're not familiar with his recommendation for TSP account holders, just Google Dave Ramsey TSP allocation and you can find out, there's everything on Google. So just Google that and it'll explain it. So I started using his strategy when I joined the Air Force and started my TSP account about 10 years ago. Every year I've been able to beat the S&P 500 using that strategy. So I just had to tweak it a little bit working for this company. For the TSP, he spelled it all the way out. It's a percentage in the S fund, it's a percentage in the C fund, and it's a percentage in the I fund. So the small cap, common stock, and then the international fund. So I just found index funds that, were small cap, common stock, and international. And that's all I did. But yeah, I still have all of the money that I contributed into my TSP in that account. So when I was in the Air Force, I contributed 15% of my income. So for 6 years on active duty, I contributed 15%. And then I was in the reserves for about a year and a half, and I contributed 15% as well. And every year I've been able to beat the S&P 500. So Dave Ramsey is like, he's good. I follow like part of what he says and then not all of what he says, but he's good. Like, I would definitely recommend Dave Ramsey. Alright, so let's get to why you even clicked on this video. I'm going to have a screen share so you can see exactly what I'm looking at, but also if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my computer. So let's get into it. Alright, so I have 40% in the Vanguard Total Stock Market Index Fund. That's like a common stock. And then I have 40% in the Vanguard Small Cap Index Fund. And that's the small cap that Dave Ramsey recommends. And then I've got 20% in the Vanguard Total International Index Fund. And that's just the international fund that Dave Ramsey recommends. So I have about 64% of this portfolio allocated to aggressive growth and about 36% allocated to growth. So my risk level is like really high, but I'm only 29 and I have a lot of time on my hand. So with that, I have room, for market corrections. If it goes down, it's fine. It'll just go back up. Like I have like 30 years before I can even pull the money out. So I'm fine with the high risk for now. When I get older, maybe I'll switch it up, but for now it's fine. Alrighty, so let's get into the numbers. So in 2020, I contributed $6,008.58. I'm not sure why or how I ended up doing pre-tax, how I ended up doing a pre-tax contribution, but it happened and I fixed it like early on. So that's why you can see the $411 went pre-tax, but I fixed it. So that was good. And then my company matched $4,333.18. And the market made me $3,412.53%. So if I include what my employer contributed, my return on investment was 129%, which is absolutely insane. 100% recommending investing into your employer's plan if they match, because that's just like easy money. And then my return on investment for the amount invested in the 3 funds, without including the employer's contribution, was 18.27%. I got this from CNBC News. It says the S&P 500 finished 2020 with a gain of 16.26% for the year. So I was able to beat the S&P 500 by 2%. So my account is still fairly small, but I mean 2% is quite a bit for, you know, larger accounts. I mean, even for my account, I still think it's really good. Because, you know, you always hear people say, you can't beat the market, like, don't try, like, even the hedge fund managers can't do it. Like, yeah, they can, it is possible, so just don't think that, just, you know, it is possible. Okay, so my investment strategy for my 401k is really simple, it's really boring. I just have 5% come out automatically out of my paychecks. It goes into the 3 funds, it automatically, like I don't even see it, and then it just does its thing. I sign into my account a couple times a month, just to see like how it's doing and just to make sure like my money actually went in, and that's pretty much it. That's all I do. I have a few other brokerage accounts and an IRA that I invest like in individual stocks in, and I do a little bit of trading options in. So that's way more fun. And I plan to do videos on that, in time, and just show you how I did for 2020 or how I'm doing like now. But yeah, I plan to make separate videos on those. And yeah, like I said before, this is just me showing you what I did, what worked for me. I'm still new to investing and trading. Pretty much all I do is like mimic the wise people that I know, that I've met in like person or that I've met over on the internet. I like to follow Dave Ramsey. I take bits and pieces from him. I have like a mentor on Instagram and YouTube. His name is Gerald Peters. His Instagram tag is fullauto11. That's pretty much how I learned all of like about trading and everything, like trading stocks, individual stocks. He's awesome. And then, you know, there's other YouTubers I watch that have just taught me like little bits and pieces, and I'm just taking like bits and pieces from like everyone and just making it my own. So yeah, this video is not for educational purposes. I'm still learning. I love watching these videos, and I mean, I could talk about finances for like ever, like, and I think my boyfriend's tired of hearing about it. And I don't have anyone else to talk to about it. So I was like, why not go to the internet? That's what everyone else does. So yeah. But yeah, that's all I have for this video. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you have any other video recommendations you'd like to see, just comment them down below. And yeah, that's all I got for you. Peace. To TSP account holders. I'm going to screen share so you'll be able to see. Oh my gosh! Company matched 4,330. Oh my gosh. Oh, and my baby is sleeping behind me. Mama. Hey, baby. Hey, Mama Steel. Hey, babes. She's my baby. She's my baby girl. She makes my skin burn though. You make mama's skin burn, baby. You make your mama's skin burn.